Hello, organizational theory and design students. We're covering interorganizational relationships. Now I'm going to take, because it has the word relationships in it and it has the word organization, there's a lot of terms in the chapter, but I want you to think of these 5 C's. Cooperation, competition, coercion, conflict. What's the last one? Commerce. That's the best one too, because commerce is a relationship where you give somebody something and they give you something in return, and then you can have a good relationship like business to business. Cooperation is also good. You work together towards a common goal. This is when one company will work with another company to pull out a product or service. Collaboration is similar. Competition is where you have companies competing, like in an industry, which I'm going to advocate to be more on the view of there's enough to go around for everybody. So have the great product and have healthy competition, but you don't need to have conflict. And healthy competition is also having a little bit of commerce in there. Like, I know that there's some auto manufacturers, even from the time of Mercedes, where Mercedes let the patents be open and other car companies were able to use Mercedes patents to benefit, the advent of driving and people transporting with cars. We're in a different time right now. We're at a time where now we're moving towards electric. And hey, the company that's leading the way has opened up the patents to other companies to use in good faith that they're using it to, they won't be sued. So similar to how Mercedes did it, Tesla's doing that right now, which I think is awesome, because it's not about crushing the competition. It's about making the world a better place. And then that way, when we have interorganizational relationships, like, it's my dream to see maybe like Ford work really well with Tesla and have a great cooperation or collaboration, even commerce, even like, for me, what I see right now is maybe the battery and the shell and the tech of Tesla just being given to Ford, and then Ford putting the Mustang shell on it. How freaking awesome would that be? Like, I don't really know. I know that Ford's probably struggling with the battery and the tech and the electric part, but there's enough of us who kind of love the Mustang to where it'd be awesome if Tesla would just be like, okay, well, we'll give you this, and then you can put your shell on it. And I think there is word out there that that's kind of happening, but that's a good example of, not trying to crush each other, but doing the right thing for the whole world and still having business and not having the mindset of there's not enough customers to go around. There's always, we live in abundance. So having that attitude as a leader of a company, having the attitude that there's enough customers out there, that let's just do it and be positive and collaborate, cooperate. Little healthy competition's okay. Hey, I come from the Greeks. My background is Greek. The Olympics, it was healthy competition. I'm a little bit competitive. I think that's healthy too. Conflict is healthy too, because there a good amount of it, and how you handle it. Coercion, I'm not a big fan of at all. I think coercion is something that we could, in relationships in life, I think we could do better without that. And there's a lot of what I've spoken about in my videos before. It's called coercive commerce. So I like commerce. Commerce is I give you this, you give me that. But the coercive commerce is, right now, there's been so much psychology study and human behavior study, and that people who sell stuff will coerce you to buying things that you don't really need. I think we live in a time where a lot of us there's a lot of coercive commerce going on. And I don't like that. I think we can do without coercion, and we can do with, once, if you're your true self, or if you have your company and your organization is doing its true thing that it's doing, and it's for a good cause. I think one of the examples in another class was Netflix, where I think the CEO, he was too embarrassed to tell his wife that he was getting late fees from Blockbuster, so that kind of made this whole thing happen, and it turned into the awesomeness that is Netflix right now. So it's making your organization from a place of good, because if your organization is based on, you know, making your money off of late fees, it's kind of a little of a coercive kind of, you're not really adding value to people's lives. So there's a lot of that going on, and I don't mean to say anything bad about any company. I'm just like stating what I've observed as a organizational psychologist. So coercion, competition, conflict, cooperation, commerce. And commerce being, you know, feel good. You give somebody something, feel good about it. But before you, and this is something I try to practice every day, working to be more minimal and not have that many material things, is like, if I'm going to buy something, do I really need to buy it? Why do I want to buy it? Like, do I really need it? Being like a little bit less American. I don't mean to say it, but we do this more than most I've had students from all over the world, and a lot of us here are just like buy, consume. It is a thing. So to my international students, kudos, but it's an American thing, and I'm sure some of you who've come to America have noticed that we behave this way. I don't know what it is. I'm just hoping that we can turn it around, and that people could be more minimal materialistic and maximum just creating things in this world, creating companies, creating businesses that add value. So if you have questions, email me. If